Okay, there, strangers. Go ahead and get started here real quick. Let me try to get the Pega up and running here. Also, I need to get chat window up. There we go. And there's one. And then there's that. There we go. Hey, we got everything up and running now. So, oh, okay. I was about to say, I'm suddenly getting some random music going on right at the moment, and I was like, wait, oh, hold on. uh, I was updating Warframe, forgot to close it back down again. Um, okay, sorry about that. Welcome to my 2 p.m. PST Twitch stream. I'm your host, Strange Jim, and today we are going to be getting back into, once again, Pega for the first hour. We're going to be continuing with some uh, video uploads after that, and then we're going to be going into some Warframe, and then maybe even after that we'll try to do that edit to the World of Warships content that I did yesterday. Um, so a lot planned. Um, So let's get started on this with the Pega. Um, I always want to state at the very beginning, um, you know, especially if you're just coming into the stream. Um, so I am not a Pega instructor. Um, so, under the training, there is authorized training partners. I am not one, so you should not consider me as such. I'm working on my own certification for the system architect um, certification. Um, there is the business architect as well. Um, that is very similar to the system architect, but it doesn't have nearly as many modules to go through. So, um, and I might try to get this one as well. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. But the my main focus is to get the system architect certification so that I can use that in my my resume, my job application, so on and so forth. I haven't gotten it yet, which um, kind of wish that I was able to, but it never happened. So I'm trying to make up for the lost time. Um, so we're currently in the low code at builder extended, and we're gonna continue on with the next um, module slash challenge. Well, in this particular case, it's the challenge of creating a child case. Now it's going to be 10 minutes. We'll see if I can, I might move on to the next module after that. I don't know. Depends on how long the challenge is. Um, I'm not endorsed by Pega at all, so don't expect that, I'm, getting some kind of payoff from them or anything along those lines. That's not the case. Um, I'm not an official trainer either. I'm not a full-on expert on this. I'm just someone that is trying to get that certification, and I'm putting up my journey, streaming my journey, and then putting those videos up on YouTube for anybody else to follow along. Um, you know, if if I have any kind of questions during the stream and I can't answer it during the stream, um, I welcome anybody to come on into the comment section and just, let me know what my, you know, where my understanding is failing, if you understand what I'm talking about there. I welcome anybody that, is very experienced in Pega, or, maybe you're a trainer, maybe you're part of Pega itself. I welcome you to, help out on any questions that I might have had. Um, I also welcome anybody that is new to Pega themselves to ask any questions that they've, if you're having some difficulty over a particular topic and you're not really understanding it very well, then feel free to ask your own questions in the comment section, and I will try to answer it if I can, or I will see about trying to get someone to uh, help you out in the future. So don't feel like um, you know the comment section is going to be closed off to you. Uh, feel you know feel comfortable in knowing that um, I welcome any questions that you might give on these videos. So don't stress along those lines. So all right. So creating a child case challenge. Um, Let me go ahead and start the Pega instance on that one. Inscoop is launching a roadside assistance service as a coverage option for automobile insurance policies. Configure the assistance request case type to create a service case during the service stage to perform the selected services. So uh, we got the username, we got the password. So once the instance has been generated, then we will proceed on. Um, just know there is a challenge walkthrough that, you know, uh, supposedly is going to be going through all these detail tasks and whatnot. Um, I don't typically uh, use this unless, I'm not quite sure what is going on. If some of these tasks have a problem in what they are stating, or maybe I'm just not really understanding what they're trying to allude to, then um, then I may use the challenge walkthrough. But I kind of use it as a last resort if I need it. Feel free to use it if you want, but I would say try to do the tasks and any additional work that you want to do on your own first before you go through the walkthrough. Um, I will not be using it at all, so or at least I don't plan to anyway. Um, Normally, if I do have a problem with the task, then I will let the people at Pega know. There is an option to suggest an edit. So believe me, I've used that in the past, and I will continue to do so. Because if I don't really understand it, or if I'm missing part, or if um, the phrasing on the paragraph is confusing, then I will let the people at Pega know that, hey, I'm not really understanding what you're trying to go for on this particular section. Please consider revision. So, all right. New instance has been created. So now, bear in mind, um, these are um, these instances are there for you to work with, to play around with, and you can um, not only can you work on the child case in this particular instance, but you can also do other things with that instance. Use it to your advantage. Um, work on other, go back through past challenges and try to remember everything that kind of came before. So, you know, um, you know, make some additional, case types yourself. Start filling in those case types. Do, feel like, do. um, you know, use it to your advantage because um, it's not something that you will be. Um, it's not necessarily something that will be like uh, causing any major hangups on your own personal computer. Okay, this is all kind of server based, so use it. Um, you know, use that uh, to you know um, explore and create your own case types and like, but know that it's not permanent. Once this instance goes away, you won't be able to go back to it. Um, so if you're thinking, oh, hey, I can create my own project, I can build this application that I can sell to companies. No, not with not with these instances. They will go away and remove all the information from there. So don't consider it as something and something permanent. So I'll let it load. Okay. So in the navigation pane of App Studio, click Case Type, Assistance Request to open the Assistance Request case type. Um, Hover the service stage, click More, Add Process, New Process, Create Service Case. Now, are they going to allow us to build the child case ourselves, or no? It looks like both of them have already been created for us. It's just a matter of kind of linking the two between, or linking both of them up. That's kind of unfortunate, but I mean, not totally unexpected. It's not about, creating both of the case types. It's about, setting one up as a child than the parent. So we need to go to assistance request. So let that load in. Um, so we need to go to the service stage, and then we need to add a process. So now there might be multiple stages in this, maybe. Yeah, okay, there is. Okay, so here on the service, we need to click on this option here to add a process, which was a new process, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Okay, so there's that new process. And as we've seen in the past, it will take the name of the stage and duplicate it within, for that process. Hence the reason why you'll see a 1 there. So, okay. In the new process field, enter create service case. Mouse, don't mess with me here. Oh, I really do need to order myself a new mouse. This is getting a little problematic. Okay, there's that. Um, Under the create service case process, click step to create a new step in the case. Click more automations, create case, and then select to add a create case step into the process. Okay, what is going to happen Okay, so it's telling me that I will eventually delete the service one step, eventually, but they want me to make um, they want me to create the new step. Um, so we're gonna do that. It was more automations and create case. There we go. And then of course select. Okay. Um, in the create case step, enter create service case to replace the default text. So we're changing the create case text, default text, to create service case. In the contextual properties pane on the right, in the create the following case list, select service to create a service case. So here, create the following case. We want service, and there we go. Now, um, they don't go over the buttons here of create multiple cases using a list or transfer information to a new case. Um, one would figure that you might want to transfer information, um, but we'll see. Maybe it's not really needed for this. We'll find out. But right now, that's all that we need to do in that particular case. So we are done with step 7. Let's go on to step 8, which is just deleting the service one step. Um, so we're just going here and we're deleting the service one step. So what we see here should be the exact same as what we are seeing here, which is correct. Okay, now we click save to complete the auto request workflow. And then we move on to the next one. I'll let that process. Okay, so configure the service case type. So in the navigation pane of the App Studio, click Case Types and Service to open the case service case type. So once this is done saving, then we are going to be going over to the navigation pane, clicking on case types, and then clicking on service. All right, so you know the service is kind of what was built, in the previous challenge of the creating the PDF and sending the receipt via email. But obviously, it might not be an exact copy either. So just bear that in mind. Different instance, right? So um, otherwise, you're working on a project, you should be seeing that. Okay, click on the settings tab to open the service case type properties, and we're going to go to the general section. So we're going to go to settings, and then we're going to be going to general, which we're already pretty much there. All right, under availability, clear the show new menu checkbox, which disables the service case type creation in the create menu. Okay, so under availability, we're unchecking the show new menu. So and then we click save to save the service case type. To reflect the service case type settings, log off and log in back to the application. Okay. Um, Okay, so we want to log out and then log right back in again. Don't think I have the password saved, or at least I, did a copy of another value later. So there we go. Logging back in. Okay. In the App Studio header, click Preview to preview the application. All right. Of course, it has to load everything. Okay, maybe it just kind of loaded up the full application and not necessarily the specific case type. Okay. In the navigation menu on the left side of the user portal, click Create and confirm the service case is not displayed. Okay, um, so over here under Create and yeah, service is not there. So click assistance request to create a new assistance request case. Advance the case to the resolution stage. Okay, so we want to do assistance request. And advance it to the resolution stage. So now a lot of this it's not like required or anything along those lines. So, but I mean, I'm just putting stuff in anyway, just for, well, I mean, I'm not gonna bother with this. Um, blah, foo. Not required, so hit submit. We have to get to the resolution stage, so get approval. We're gonna approve. Don't need to worry about any of the service providers, so we'll just hit submit. Create child case. The class of the child work object is not specified. Okay. Okay, so we're already having an issue trying to get to the advanced case to the resolution stage on in this particular example right at this moment in time. So Not quite sure exactly what's going on here. Um, Let me go ahead and see about snipping this image um, and sending it to um, Pega because let's see. Okay, so let me go ahead and copy the text here. And then step 4 of confirm your work. In step 4 of confirm your work, it wants you to get through everything and proceed to the resolution stage. However, I received an error concerning a child class. Class of the child work object is not specified. Um, Followed all of the steps, and I'm not certain um, uh, what the exact issue is. Was the data objects very properly? Let me know if there might have been a step that I might have missed somehow. Image attached. There we go. Okay, so not quite sure what really to do about this in this particular case. We can't really advance to the resolution stage. Here, let me maybe select um, Okay. It doesn't seem like there is a way, or it's letting me selecting a provider. Probably because, you know, the work object was not specified. Um, was there something in maybe service that I was missing? I mean, they really didn't say anything on this. I mean, I've already logged off and logged in, so it doesn't look like there's any way for me to um, handle the rest of this challenge. I don't know if I can actually complete this challenge because um, I can't, you know, I've followed all the steps, so it looks like this was a failure on the instance portion of the workflow here, so that, you know, not sure if there's something that I can maybe do. Let me exit out and let's try this again. Um, we'll try. Let's go ahead and do a save and run, and I will select everything. I will fill in everything that I possibly can just to see if maybe it's just a matter of, hey, you didn't fill in any information, so um, um, so obviously you're just kind of causing us some difficulty because you didn't fill in um, um, the proper information. I kind of doubt it, but you never know. Now, obviously, you know, you'd want to, you know, do some verification on the payment information here, folks. Don't let a person do this to you. Notes. Okay, apparently it's not even giving me a service provider at this point. Interesting. It's not even giving me the chance of selecting a service provider right at this moment in time. And once again, we are stuck at the create child case. Um, okay. Class of the child work object is not specified. service summary. Alright, so it's having something with this step over here somehow. For assistance request, so right, the view. Don't know if that's really the main problem with this. Let's head on back to let's switch on over to the service here because as you know, as we found out, the um, that might not necessarily, it, it might be a failure on the on the service itself, and within the service itself, create child case. The class of the child work object is not specified. Hmm. Sorry about that. I had a sneeze that came out of nowhere there. Okay, so the image that I saved here, create child case. The class of the child work object is not specified. Um, I'm not quite sure how to resolve this, to be honest. Um, hmm, don't really know if there's really anything here in the settings that might help out. Um, plus there's no indicator that, there's anything wrong per se. So, hmm. I don't know about this one though, folks. It doesn't look like I'm gonna be able to get past it. which is really kind of unfortunate because, you know, I need to resolve this in order to, um, to be able to finish off the entire mission. Okay, here, this is going to be another first, but let me go through the challenge walkthrough and see if there was anything different in the challenge walkthrough that they might have done that they didn't specify within the challenge itself. So maybe they did an extra step that they didn't actually necessarily make make it known. So, so case type, assistance, yep. Going to service, new process, okay. Changing it to create service case, yes. Add the step, go to more, automation, create case, select. That's correct, okay. We're adding in the create service case, correct. Selecting service, that's correct. Nothing changed over there. We're deleting the service one, that's correct. We're collecting, doing save, that's fine. We are now going to service. Oh, hold on, hold on, hold on. Back it up a little bit. Okay, notice how there's nothing extra here. Notice how, well here, let me switch on over to mine. Notice how it's missing the PDF and the email here. It looks as though everything else is the same, right? But they're missing the two extra steps, you know, that are here, you know. Um, Now, I don't think that that's um, the main problem of um, I don't know if that's really the main root cause of this. Maybe I need to delete both of these steps to see if maybe it is, like an idea that the service somehow has like an image that it's trying to hold to, and because these two extra steps were created, it just does not understand that this particular case life cycle has been changed and therefore needs to be addressed that way. I don't really know, but slight inconsistency right at this moment in time in the challenge walkthrough right now. So go to settings, we're at general, going to availability, show a new menu, we deselect, we save it, which, hold on, let me verify that we are still, um, the availability is still unchecked. So everything's fine there. I don't see any other like main differences between what they're showing in the walkthrough versus, what they have here. So I don't really see any particular problem on that. They log out, okay. And then the information, they log back in. They go to preview. Verify that service is not there. We click on new assistance request. and they automatically jump to resolution. They complete, well, I mean, they're at the service uh, information here, but we haven't, and we're not seeing this particular screen. So, you know what? Let me go ahead and save it again. Let me go ahead and log out and log back in. Maybe there was kind of like a disconnect or something like that somewhere along the lines, somewhere around the somewhere. You know, I don't know, but it looks like other than um the service object, the service case type was not a direct match. It's not there. Flat tire. Okay, well, if you want all this information in there, then you want to make sure that the account ID is filled in there, guys. Make it a requirement. What is going on here? Let's try this again, shall we? Okay, so Pega is just having an issue. Okay, Pega. So whoever designed this needs to kind of go back and work on this a little bit more because, I mean, this is buggy as all hell. Um, if I can easily crush this process, then obviously whoever designed it needs to go back and fix it. Because if I can break it easily, then um, it's not a good test bed for this process. So we're gonna go ahead and cancel out of that. We're gonna delete it. There we go. Let's try this again, shall we? I know that I can kind of skip through all that, so validation doesn't matter. Notes doesn't really matter. And nothing. Okay. Um. Okay. Let me do one last thing. I doubt that this is the main root cause of this, but because the service has both of these not there, maybe somehow it's it's somehow not really recognizing this particular service somehow. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get rid of those. Um, and not really have to worry about that. Um, and settings are still fine. Let me go ahead and log off and log back in again. Okay, preview. And notice that service is not there. Okay. Okay, add validation. That's fine. Approved. That's fine. Yeah, okay. I don't know. I mean, I could try to see about trying to troubleshoot this more. Try to see about looking at how I can, um, figure out how to arrange the class for the child. Um, to be honest, I don't know what steps I would need to do in order um, to make that a reality. Um, Thinking maybe under data. Hmm. Okay. Not quite sure. Don't think there's anything that I can do there to try to fix that. Um, let's see. Anything there that I'm need either. Hmm. Not sure. I might be under the wrong. Might need to kind of go under the Dev Studio to try to correct this. Um, hmm. The class of child work object is not specified. You know what, let me see if I can look up real quick this. I don't want to spend too much more time on this, but um, let me see if there's some information online that might give me some clarity and maybe a solution on how to resolve it. My God, this was apparently, this challenge has been a problem since, well, close to last year. Um, I'm noticing the fact that this issue was posted on their forum on July 18th, 2022. Same exact problem here. So, um, okay, so according to what I'm seeing here, which it looks as though some community members resolved the issue because we didn't provide a city or state within the fields. Um, now, um, now here's the problem that I'm having with this is the fact that um, I um, I shouldn't need to worry. Well, okay. Instead of me putting in the city and state to try to find an office nearby, um, they should one have it required. Two, they should have like you know maybe a select number of states to choose from, and then the cities from that as drop downs, like a part of a list, so that there's not going to be any kind of confusion. Like if I put in a random city in a random state, then I won't have any issue with that. So, um, I'm not going to cause any um, additional hardship because of, um, you know, let's just go ahead and just create a brand new one here. So, flat tire, continue. Little weird seeing like the previous one in the background there, but okay, now they stated that the city that they used was Boston and Massachusetts for the state. So let's just go ahead and put those in and we'll see um, if that fixes the issue. It does. Or at least it shows a lot of the um, it gives you a listing of providers, which once again, okay, it's not even letting me get past that. Okay, let's see. First off, let's go ahead and see if we can just kind of remove or delete the hmm, that's not really working out very well. See, the whole city and state should be very limited. Should be one required, and two should be something that is, only has a select, should be drop downs that will allow for, only those select state and those particular cities. So the fact that they're leaving this up for us to fill in, if that is indeed the issue at hand, then that's something that they need to fix. Uh, Same problem. Okay. I'm not gonna put any more time on this particular challenge. They're still having some issues with it. Um, you know, I don't know what else I can really say to them because obviously they really need to go back and redesign this, not only for 8.8, but they need to fix this 8.7. Um, you know, so um, so yeah. Not much, not sure what else I can really do on this other than trying to like go into inside their code and try to fix it myself. I don't really have advanced knowledge to really go about trying to do that. Um, I could probably see if like, my friend can help me out in hopes that, I can, tell Pega to work itself out so that it can handle that. That shouldn't necessarily be my responsibility. That should be if these are step by steps that, um, that I'm doing in Pega Academy, then it should be Pega that is handling these issues, not necessarily myself. But I mean, not much else I can really say about the matter. Um, it's just downright unfortunate because obviously, if I do the, if I try to validate my work, it's going to fail because, um, you know, um, expected child case creating to contain service but found blank. Um, so obviously there's a problem there, and that needs to be fixed because obviously they're just um, there's not much else that we can really do um, about this particular issue at this point, you know. So, you know, either there needs to be some more steps in four to handle the situation at hand, not just advance the case, or they need to um, you know, fix their challenge so that, or fix their Pega instance so that, um, that particular error doesn't show up. So, I'll see what I can do about trying to help them out with that. Obviously I sent in edit in the hopes that they might fix that, but yeah. But that's where we're gonna go ahead and end this particular scenario there, folks. Obviously the challenge is currently incomplete for me. Um, we may need to kind of come back to this later once I get a answer from them on it. Um, I'll see if my friend can maybe check in on this as well and see what they have to say. Maybe there's um, um, maybe there's like a simple step that I can do to try to resolve the issue. I'm not sure. Um, Again, I feel like I would have to like go into Dev Studio and try to see what I can work out in that particular instance, but I don't know. So that's it. That's where we're gonna go ahead and close on down for today. So, um, if you're watching this on YouTube, feel free to do the standard YouTube thing, like and subscribe and all that jazz. Um, that would be of great help. Feel free to leave any comments, questions, what have you. Um, if you happen to know, what I can do to fix this, that particular challenge, let me know. Um, but yeah, that's where we're gonna go ahead and end this particular session. So I'm gonna go ahead and stop the recording.